Hello YouTube, going for another break. This is a little different. Today we're doing the Classics Major League Baseball board game featuring 100 collectible baseball cards. I got this when I was 13 years old. Obviously this is not the one I got. This is something I bought online. And I'm going to break it because one, I'm not going to play it. Maybe I give that to my grandkids to play with. But I am looking for the Bo Jackson rookie card of the classic Major League Baseball board game, which came out in 1987. And the cool card, and you'll see it in a moment, it better be there, is Bo Jackson with shoulder pads and the bat over his head. So cool. Auburn jersey. So I'm going to open it up now. If I remember correctly, it was in two packs, the cards. I got this off eBay. And so give it a try. And, I hope you like the break. What I'm looking for is a nicely centered cards. I'm hoping that this box has those cards. You never know with this set. I've seen them online. They're different types of centering on them. Let's see if I can get this off real quick for you guys. It's sealed very well. All right. So let's open this up. Some really cool cards. You have Manley, Pete Rose, Mike Schmidt, Dale Murphy for those Atlanta fans, Jose Canseco. Cal Ripken should be in this, Nolan Ryan. Those are the big cards. If I were to grade them, there would be those cards, but you never know. If I get a George Brett really nicely graded. Here's the board. Pretty neat. I believe you're supposed to spin this, and then you read the back of the card. Question to the person you're playing. They have to answer it, and I think it's a double, triple, whatever the outcome is. This cards there, place cards here. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Definitely not this generation's game with all the stuff on cell phones. But here are the cards. This is Eric Davis. Let's see if I could get this a little closer for you guys to see. I'm trying a new angle today. There we go. Just a little more. Eric Davis is right on top. Let's see what's behind there. Chris Brown, Steve Sachs, in the back, Mark Langston. So I'm going to open one of these. So I could do it. Just a little bit. People are going to say, hey, what are you doing? You're going to ruin the cards. But just give it a slight there. They look a little bent, so I guess they've been in here for a while, obviously, since 1987. And you never know how they were stored. So again, I'm looking for nicely centered cards. Let's see what we have. We got Steve Sachs. See if you see that well. It's got some it's beat up a little bit there on the top. Rob Deere. It's nicely slanted, but again, it's kind of rough around the top of the edges there. Georgia Brett. As you can see there, it's a little rough there. I definitely would not send that out for it to be certified. Bob Horner. Jim Rice, Hall of Famer. Again, the right edge, they really got beat up, that right edge. Mike Krukow. Andres the Big Cat. And there's a big line across that. I don't know if you can see that. Steve Garvey. Who a lot of people, even himself, think that he should be a Hall of Famer. Sorry for shaking here. Mike Scott with that split finger in the '86 season. Dennis Rasmussen. Thought he was going to be a stud. That's how big of a Yankee fan I was. Mattingly, it's rough on the top. That's sad. It's decently centered though. Let me pull back a little bit here. There we go. Mike Pagliarulo, Pags. Richard Gossage. The Goose. Again, it's really tough on the top. That's disappointing. Here's Nolan Ryan. It's a cool card of Nolan Ryan. Very well centered. I'm really sad about the top. I mean, I'm not going to touch it. We have Ray Honeycutt. I'll touch this one though. There's nothing really you could do with that. It's a little bit of, see, George Bell, Jorge Bell. The guy hit bombs. Mike Schmidt, another Hall of Famer. You see, it's really tough over here. Really rough on the sides. Carlton Fisk. Yeah, all these cards are really. It's going to be tough to get a good Bo Jackson out of this, because this set is probably why it's worth so much online, the Bo Jackson, because these cards don't come out really great. Here's Kyle Ripken. Again, really beat up on the sides. Another Hall of Famer, Hal Baines. I remember watching him bat live at Yankee Stadium when he was with the Orioles. And Pasco Perez, if those my age remember, or older, he threw the eephus pitch 3 times to Hal Baines. He struck him out easily. It was so exciting to see that. Pasco only pitched 3 games that year after a big contract. But that was a nice, entertaining game to watch. And there's a chip on Ricky Henderson. There's a really good card, and it's really, really nasty. On here, it's like almost like somebody rubbed dirt on it. I don't know if you can see that. Rags, Steve Rigetti. Nobody believes me, but I was at his no-hitter in 1983. And my brother brought me, and I remember it was Billy Martin Day, July 4th, 1983. They brought out the Yankee car. I was so excited. And he threw the no-hitter. They carried him off the field. And I asked my brother, what is a no-hitter? So I thought every game ended like that, carrying off the pitcher, off the mound. Pretty funny. Jeff Reardon. Brooke Jacoby. Good player back in the day for the Indians. Pat Dobson. He had a high ERA. Bobby Ojeda. Excellent pitcher for the Mets. World Series champion. John Habian. Never heard of him. I don't remember him, I should say. Floyd Jomans. Exposed uniforms. I always loved the exposed uniforms. Don Ossie. Jack Morris. His cards are getting better, but still a little rough on the side. Robin Yount, Hall of Famer. They're very well centered. I like the fact that they're centered. But again, there's chips on the side of them. Robin Yount was so good back then. underrated, I think. Back then, no, but now nobody really talks about him. Pedro Guerrero, living in the Bronx right now. He was fun to watch. It's a great brawl between him and David Cohen. Check it out on YouTube. And again, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. It would really help me out with you guys subscribing and clicking that like button. Bruce Hurst, what a season he had in '86. He was unstoppable. Larry Parrish, powerful home run hitter. Marty Barrett, this is funny. Definitely couldn't play in the league now. Reggie Jackson. Yeah, the card looks okay. Again, it gets rough on the right. Lenny Dykstra, the Mets uniform. It's cool. John Franco. Surprised he's not a Hall of Famer yet anyway. Ken Herbeck, I loved him with the Twins. Love to see him hit. A lot of walks, a lot of home runs, a lot of doubles off the baggie in Minnesota. And he killed my Yankees. Brett Saberhagen, he was awesome, '85. I thought he was going to be Hall of Famer. I thought he was going to be the next great thing. And he became a decent pitcher, but not what he started out like. Lance Parrish, very good hitter for Detroit. Helped to win the '84 World Series. Keith Hernandez. I always liked Keith Hernandez better than Manley. I like Manley better than Keith Hernandez. Defensively, it would be great to see somehow you could rate each one of them, but they both were excellent at the position. First base. Tim Raines, again, these things are chipped over here. Oh, that's too bad. Brett Butler. Don't hear much about him anymore, but he was a very good player back then. And especially here's the Bo Jackson. Not as bad as the other cards, though. That's a little chip right there. Oh, that's too bad. The back looks good. The front looks centered. But can't fix the sides. Oh, that's too bad. Still nice. It's still a nice card. Dave Magadan. Gary Carter, rest in peace. Saw him, I was at the opening day when he was signed with the Mets for the first time, and he hit the home run to win the game. I don't remember if it was extra innings or it was in the ninth inning, but he won the game. It was a good start for him as a Met. Mark Langston, once he got that big contract for the Angels, he disappeared. I'll continue with the rest of the packs, the other pack here. Even though the Bo Jackson was pulled, so that's interesting to see that that was the pack. So if you guys ever want to do this, you know that it's not on the Eric Davis pack. It's on the other pack. I forget who was in the front of it. You can look at that later on once I check out the video. But here it is. Still rough over here. Darryl Strawberry, Eric Davis back to back. Who will you walk? David Parker, the Cobra. Eddie Murray, that's a cool pick of Eddie Murray. That bat's going slinging backwards. Decent, still a little rough there. Decent card. Tony Gwynn. Again, it's tough over here. It looks like beat up over here. Tony Gwynn. Rest in peace too. These guys are all fading away. Makes me feel old. Tom Browning. Earl Hershiser, the Bulldog. It was fun watching him pitch. What an excellent pitcher he is. I think he's a Hall of Famer, but a lot of people don't think so. Ron Guidry, watching him was really great. Watching him on a black and white TV. Don Baylor, also rest in peace. He was a monster. Vince Coleman. They're all nicely centered. It's good. Kevin Bass. Todd Worrell. Dave Winfield. Cards are better than the other ones. Tony Pena, look at that. I don't see catchers doing that anymore. Cool picture. I mean, to have confidence that your pitcher's going to hit a spot and you're going to be able, you're giving the pitcher confidence that you do that. But just leaning like that and one knee, leg out, and just expecting a low fastball. The Wizard, Ozzie Smith, and this is one of the better picks, but there's a little bit of a eye there, red spot. It's hit and miss with these cards. All right, Rob Murphy. Rich Gedman. Wild pitch, or pass ball, pass ball in the World 86 World Series, Game 6. Kirk Gibson. Remember coming home from the lake just in time to see him hit that home run against Eckersley. That was awesome. So pumped. Missed those days. Oil Can Boyd. Rob Woodward. Pete Incaviglia. The ink. You hit that ball down line. All right, Ryan Sandberg. Still some chips. These looking, they all look like 8s or 7s, or maybe even worse. John Tudor. I thought he was going to be the next big thing. Back in '84, '83. Jesse Orosco. This is probably one of the better cards. Willie McGee. This is off-center. This one's off-center. Dan Pasqua. He hit some moon shots back in the day for the Yankees. Rick Aguilera. Andre Thomas. Off-centered. Gary Gaetti. Off-centered. Jesse Barfield. He was robbed by King Griffey Jr. He was going to have his 3rd home runs. I was so pissed at Jr. back then. Sorry, I hit this. I wanted Barfield to have his 3rd home run as a Yankee fan, and Griffey took it away. Now it's one of the greatest catches of Griffey's career. Paul Molitor, awesome hitter. Serious. Any coach would want him on the team. Barry Larkin. This might be his rookie. This might be his rookie, and it's off-centered. But it looks sharper than the other cards. Just not centered. Fred Lynn. Roger McDowell. Seinfeld episode. I think it was him. Supposedly spit on Kramer. And Newman. Dwight Gooden off-centered. All Dwight Gooden cards look awesome. Fernando Valenzuela. Screwball. That looks like a screwball there. Not him. The pitch he stole. Jim Presley. Kirby Puckett off-centered. Darn it. But, still rough on the edges. Tony Fernandez, rest in peace. I was really sad. Forget how great of a player he was. Jeffrey Leonard. Jose Canseco. Off-centered. A lot of dust on these cards. Rough on the right. That's too bad. Glenn Davis. Dave Smith. Von Hayes. Pete Rose, the legend. Off-centered. Oh, man, that's too bad. Wally Joyner, this might be his rookie. Dale Murphy. Off-centered. Wade Boggs. I thought he was going to be the next Ty Cobb. He just kept hitting that green monster, and I think him leaving Fenway hurt his chances because he was just so good at that. So was Mo Vaughn. Once they left Fenway, you didn't see the same averages. Sid Fernandez, El Cid. Awesome pitcher. And we finish off with Chris Brown. Well, YouTube, as you see, the set also comes with scorecard, lineup of players, 9-10 innings, and some pieces there for the game. Description of how to play the game. I hope you really like the video. I thought it was different than the other packs, and I hope you like it. Subscribe, help us out, and also hit that like button. Thanks, you too. Have a good night. Be safe.